Yeah, bro. So it turns out it was 1 point, not 3.
Dude, can you feel that hot wind though? Kind of feels like the wind that travels from North Africa to the Mediterranean.
Hot wind? Mediterranean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like the Scirocco?
The Scirocco? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? The Scirocco?
Cadence.
Welcome to Wheel Spin, guys, where we get you guys the sickest cars from the streets straight to your screen. Presented by myself, Sunil.
And Georgie. Today we have the pleasure of reviewing this beautiful 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco R.
Looking at the car, Georgie, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's sleek. The blue paint is just popping off as well.
Absolutely, Sunil. I remember being at the Volkswagen dealership in 2012. We were buying a Golf, but this is what captured my eyes. And I don't think it's aged one little bit. Volkswagen's going for quite a futuristic, sporty design.
Agreed.
You can obviously see that with the R badge.
Making it very clear, guys.
Yeah, and honestly, this car hasn't aged one bit. I see it on the road and I get just as excited as I did back then, 10 years ago.
100%, and I think that's to do with, just as you said before, the body shape and how it's actually been presented. It's great, it's futuristic, it's lovely. I am loving that front splitter. It matches so well with the front of the bumper and the grille. And I'm loving this sleek, thin grille at the front. I think it just makes it look so much more staunch and just coming at you just on the streets, you know?
Speaking of looking staunch, moving on to the side here, we have this beautiful set of raised G07 wrapped in some Michelin Pilot Sport 4s.
The original Golf comes with their standard 19-inch wheels. The owners decided to upgrade this to the Raise, as Georgie said, and I think it just looks amazing. It feels so well with the car.
Yeah, even just looking at the interior as well as the rest of the car, you can see that it all works as a package.
It's beautiful. It's just so mesmerizing to look at. I love it. It's low to the ground. I just want to get in this thing and just rip some corners off. That's exactly what I want to do, dude. You know?
Absolutely. Looking at this car, it's pretty much the Volkswagen hot hatch that we're all used to, just sort of compressed and more Hot Wheels. You can see that
better. This is what I like. This is better in every way compared to a Golf GTI, I'm not gonna lie to
you can see that through the creases that follow on through the car as well as the side splitter.
100%.
Beautiful design.
It looks amazing.
Bro, these are some fucking pipes.
Huh?
Yo,
Yeah,
the
the proper
exhaust.
pipes, right? Moving on to the back of the car, it looks amazing as well. It's a bit different, but this front splitter, the owners fitted onto this. It fits well with the car, helps with the aerodynamics as far as he's informed me. You know, the tailpipes, huge. I'm loving the tailpipes. They're massive. Looks great. It's sleek. Oh yeah. The tail lights in the car. Rip it.
Sounds like
Dude, welcome to Wheel Spin, guys. The tail lights in this look amazing as well. It fits so well in with the body. It's great.
one thing with this car, you truly have to see it in person to appreciate the design.
100%.
A good bit of contrast is how sleek it looks at the front as opposed to how sort of wide-bodied and
Staunch it is at the back.
staunch it is at the back. And another thing is, I'm so not used to having the back of a car this low, and I feel like I'm not a tall person, so this is really something that's unique about this car and sort of makes it that timeless design.
You guys need to understand is I'm 5'3". This thing is smaller than me.
You're
There's not
5'3"?
many things. Yeah, I'm 5'3". Let's not mention that, guys. But yeah, just looking at this thing, it's just smaller than me. I feel more connected to the car than I have with any other car. You know, it's
You're
amazing.
even matching with it, bro.
Come on.
Best friends.
All right, guys, we're taking a look at this car from the outside. It's beautiful, it's sleek, it's sporty. Let's go take a look at the inside.
Shit.
For fuck's sakes, George.
It's okay, bro. I can fix this. Don't worry.
Let's go. Well, it's nice of you to join me there, Georgie. We're in here. It's honestly so nice in here, though, isn't it? It's so well built.
I gotta say, for me personally, it feels like I'm in my mum's Golf.
Yes.
But that's not a bad thing as far as interiors are concerned.
You compare a Golf to, in its class, it's got the best interior, well built, and it continues on to this Golf, into this Golf, into the Scirocco R.
Yeah.
Right? It's It's nice. You know, it's got these little details. It's amazing. It's well put together.
Absolutely. I agree with you on the details. There is that sense of occasion that you're in something a bit more sportier, a bit more aggressive.
100%.
You've got the R badges throughout the dash. You've got
Literally R badges everywhere.
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 On the steering wheel, on the seats, in the back, on the front.
Reminding you all day, every day, guys.
But also, you've got this bigger door, pillarless, and you've also got these heavy-duty grab handles because it is actually quite a heavy door, so you'll need it to move it out of the way.
One thing I did want to say, and I noticed straight away, was that instrument cluster. It looks like it's straight out of a Golf R.
It definitely is. Although one of the nice touches about this one is that the blue needle matches the paint of the car perfectly.
Oh, I love it. It looks so nice.
It looks sick.
Without a doubt.
And even better about this speedometer in particular, goes to 300 for all my Autobahn brothers. Come on.
One thing that did stand out to me though, Georgie, was the cubby spaces. It's not too much room in here for your day-to-day items, I'm not going to lie to you. If you have just a regular drink bottle, you're not going to be able to fit that onto the side panel of the car, or the side door of the car really. Not much space in there. The cup holders, you can definitely fit your regular drink bottles, but anything bigger than honestly a 600ml, you're not going to be able to fit in there, which is kind of inconvenient. Now, glove box, there's a decent amount of room in there. It's okay. One trade-off though is this. There's not much room inside of the central storage. Only just a little bit of storage for your coins, and then you've got your media in, and you've got your auxiliary port at the front there. That's a good amount of room at the front. It's okay, but yeah, day to day in here is going to be a bit rough when it comes to your cubby spaces.
Here in the Scirocco R, even though it is a sporty car, you're not really giving up much of that practicality.
Without a doubt.
You've still got dual zone climate control. You've got this screen here for infotainment, which realistically, it's not keeping up with some of the newer models with the bigger screens.
It's not.
But
It's
for
not.
a 10-year-old car, this is actually really good and a very practical setup. Also looks, very nice and flush with the rest of the interior.
Without a doubt, it is very flush. The fittings in here are very well done. But going back to that infotainment system, chuck an Apple CarPlay in here, it's set.
Oh, you're sorted.
Without a doubt.
I can't think of one, besides like maybe a sunroof. I can't think of anything else that I'd actually want
Without
in
a
a
doubt.
beautiful driving setup.
100%. Now, one other thing I did also want to mention was the rear space. It's, compared to its rivals, number one, an 86, or even a, you're going to be going above the budget here, but a 2 Series,
Yeah.
still far more spacious at the back of this, without a doubt.
Sitting in the back, actually quite comfortable. I did not expect it. Getting in there was much more of a challenge than actually being in there. Once you're in there, even though it doesn't hold 5 people, it holds 4 people, I would say, very well.
Yeah, very comfortably. You could easily do long trips in this with your 4 friends that you have.
Yeah.
But it's a, like I said, it's a great daily. It is a good daily still for a sports car.
Yeah. And speaking of sports car, some of the features you'll be using day to day. Obviously, you've got your gear shifter here with you can shift gears manually or put into sport. You can also shift gears with these paddles just behind the steering wheels, which is then my favorite aspect of the interior of this car is the steering wheel. It's a flat bottom design, and I can definitely see myself cutting some corners with this setup.
Without a doubt.
Alrighty, in the driver's seat, whipping this thing around,
How do you feel?
honestly great. This thing's very planted. One thing I'm noticing immediately is it likes to hold its gears a bit more than what I'm used to, which is like the stock standard, not sporty Golf, which makes sense, right? It's a more aggressive car. Coming into this corner, that's where you really start to appreciate the bucket seats.
Without a
Because
doubt.
how planted the car is, you can, if you wanted to, not that I would, but if you wanted to, take some corners quite quickly.
Yes.
And that's where these bucket seats with the bolsters
Hug
I feel
you in.
nice and secure.
Yeah,
You
without
can
a doubt.
focus on what you need to be doing, which is controlling the car.
That's right. The Scirocco sits 50mm lower stock compared to a Golf.
Yep.
And honestly, when I thought that it would sit lower, I feel like it'll be so uncomfortable for me to see out of.
Yep.
But I've got a great view at the front,
Yep.
but can't really say that about the back.
No, not at all. Really, like this rear view mirror here is just for show.
It is.
Something for Volkswagen to check off the list and something that's very usable.
Yes.
And it's nothing to do with the rear view mirror itself. It's just visibility out of the back. The way the
Garbage.
shape of the car,
It's garbage.
it's not great. And I think this is where This is probably why you don't see many cars like Scirocco's on the road. Is
Yeah.
just this A-pillar is actually covering a significant part of my visibility.
It's a big blind spot.
Anytime, you know, you're at a roundabout or something, I can kind of see how this could possibly be a bit of a hindrance. Now, one fun fact about this car, unlike the warm wind of the Scirocco, this car actually has a cold air intake, and you can really... Wow, okay. If you want to put your foot down and, you know, speed up to the speed limit.
Oh wow.
Wow, you can...
Power, even just at those lower RPMs, it's just moving. Does it have...
Immediately to sport, huh? Interesting.
I did? Oh shit, what the fuck?
Interesting choice there.
Oh, it's because I literally
yeah,
just
yeah,
went
you just
straight
went
into
straight
sport.
in. I'm sure it did, bro. I'm sure it did. Now that you're in the driver's seat, bro, is the seat high enough for you?
The seat is high enough and I can also reach the pedal.
When you step into this thing, you don't immediately notice that it has 188 kilowatts and 330 newton meters of torque, all straight to the front wheels. However, I know what you're thinking, understeer city, but no. We've got an XDS limited slip differential. It's essentially Volkswagen's version of an LSD, is providing power to the right wheels at the right time so that you can stay planted and stable through those corners.
Absolutely. Can you hear that?
I can definitely hear that.
One thing I would say that, you know, you compare a JDM to a Euro car. JDM's known for its, you know, you take it up to the mountains, does a great job.
Yeah.
But most JDMs don't do too well compared to a German car in a straight line.
No, absolutely not.
100%.
And actually, now what you said makes more sense because this is, I mean, it would do great in a straight line too, but this is not one of those cars where you want a straight line. With this car, ideally, you want some bends that you can chuck
Without
it
a
into.
doubt. And on a straight line, this thing's also gapping.
It will still send.
Without a
absolutely.
doubt. Coming into those corners though, this thing is planted. And the biggest thing that keeps this thing planted is that adaptive dampers. That's amazing that they fitted this thing with an adaptive damper so you can go from comfort to sport and it just stiffens every single thing up. The owner, to enhance the ride in this when it's in sport mode, he's fitted some amazing coilovers as well, which, you know, we all know what coilovers does. This makes the ride more uncomfortable, but helps you take those corners even better. I honestly could not feel too much, you know, torque steer compared to, you know, I've driven a Focus ST.
Yeah.
You take a Focus ST around a corner, you feel that torque steer. You feel it fighting you like it's about to kill you. This thing feels like a race car, dude.
It feels like a race car, you know, it's sort of like you're the surgeon and these are the tools you need to do the surgery. You know, it's like when the nurses bring out everything
That's
prepped.
right. It's just there
you
for
know, it's ready.
That's right. It's just ready, prepped, good to go. You want to take this thing to a track day, it's fine. It'll
You'll
do
have
great.
a blast.
You'll have a
Yeah.
blast in this thing. Come on! That is fucking amazing! Oh, get you going! Come on, dude. That's nuts. That's a mess. That's amazing. This thing has made my day.
That could be my alarm and I could wake up happily every day.
I'm rocking up to work all day, every day.
I'm on time, bro.
Without a doubt, I'm half an hour early. That's what it is. I'm half an hour early for once. Oh, there's no,
It's an optical parking system.
it's got no rear wheel camera. What the fuck? That's crazy, dude. Just want to say again, Chris, thank you for lending us the car. We really appreciate it. Why did you buy the car, dude? What was the X factor for this?
So at the time, I think I was looking at Golf R's. Typical.
Typical.
And then I remembered there was the Scirocco, and there wasn't many that at the time that were like on the market. So it wasn't really an option to buy one, and
Yeah.
they were the newer models, so they were like generation after this one.
Oh, okay, yep.
They had like nice dash on the newer models, but
Yeah.
that was about it. That was
about it,
the
yeah.
selling point. I had a mate that sent me this. I found it on an auction place, and from there, I was like, you know what, let's play some bits, because at the time, when my friend sent the auction thing to me, it was like 12k.
Oh, wow.
Okay, damn.
It was 12k. I
Yeah.
was like, I could probably work with this.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, yeah. Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and I ended up winning the bid.
Oh shit.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why did I bid on this?
Yeah.
I didn't-
Yeah.
Like, this was not on the of things to do.
Yeah.
and
Gotcha.
Things to purchase.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
my goodness!
Holy shit! Dude, I reckon those coils in the anti-lift you've got helps out heaps, right?
Yeah.
Why did you get the anti-lift fitted? It's not a common
so-
mod for these, is it?
No.
Nah, it's not.
For some reason, the Scirocco, you expect like a front-wheel drive to understeer.
Yes, without a doubt.
But this car oversteers. I drift in this car.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, that bump, like.
Yeah, that bump's fucked.
It's a dusty road out here.
It is.
Damn.
It is, yes, that's a big factor, the mud.
We were talking about it before. My mum's like 90 TSI Golf. It's
Has
on
been
its
through 3.
third transmission now. How's reliability been in the Scirocco?
I've only done 20,000 kilometers on this. And
Yeah.
I haven't bumped into any issues yet.
Okay.
I'm praying that I don't. Touch wood.
Yep.
But I don't know. I haven't had any issues yet.
Yes.
That was one of my big fears.
Yeah.
Picking up this car.
Yeah.
Was like, how is the transmission? How is itself?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what my favorite part is?
What's
That induction noise.
Yeah.
It gets me every time. I'm like, that sounds sick. Oh.
You know, these grab handles start to make a lot more sense.
Yes. That just kicked out nice. Wow.
Bro, I've heard of the 8.6 from Arkana. I haven't heard of the Scirocco from Point Cook, bro. That's crazy.
Now, one big thing, guys. If the boys in blue are at the back, what are the chances of this thing getting pulled over out of 5? Let's go.
I mean, if I was the boy in blue,
Yep.
purely from like curiosity, I would pull you over, bro. Because I'd be like, damn, this looks nice. I want to see what it's about.
What it's
But because like, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a stock car that you can, like, relatively stock car from Volkswagen. So it's actually not that hot. It's not the type of car. I can't imagine you getting too much trouble from cops in this. I would give it, I mean, if you're driving it, I would give it a 3 stars.
I'd give it a 5-star with Chris driving.
Yeah.
That's an instant pullover.
But yeah, I think personally, I'd probably lean towards 2 stars for this car. I think it gets attention, but I don't think it's getting too much like negative attention.
My personal opinion on this car, right? I think in the country we're in, this thing is a P plate hot car. I feel like if a copper saw this, you know, especially with the way it's done up now, with that front splitter,
Yeah.
back splitter, you can kind of hear the blow-off valve with the wheels.
Yeah.
At night time, I would give this thing a 3. Yeah, I'd give this thing a 3.5 with a high chance of getting pulled over. If it's just, especially highway patrol or the police just at the back, it's just you, I reckon there might be a bit of a chance of you getting pulled over. So 3.5 stars from me. And over to the owner himself. What do you reckon, Chris?
From experience, what I've experienced so far,
Yeah.
I actually haven't been pulled over.
Oh wow.
Once.
Okay.
The only time I've had to experience the boys in blue is
Yeah.
during breath tests
Yeah.
and the drug test.
Yep. But otherwise, it's been Mickey.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's been calm. I've been surprisingly. If you don't want to be noticeable, just pull up with some boys that are
Very
you know,
noticeable.
That are
very
noticeable?
noticeable.
Yeah.
And you become a civilian.
Yeah.
You become a civilian.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into our review of the 2012 Volkswagen Scirocco R. It's been a blast to review this car, take it for a spin, but also get driven in. It's been an amazing experience. Thank you so much, Chris, for taking us around in your pocket rocket.
We appreciate all the love that you guys have been showing us on our YouTube. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and keep commenting for what you guys like to see next. Yeah, I'm fine. Say less.